Hello Pisces, and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a weekly reading for Pisces from the 17th to the 23rd of September 2018. Please don't forget to watch your moon and rising sign for a more complete picture. If you want a personal reading, I've put the details of my website and my email address in the description box, so please contact me. I put the decks I'm using in the description box as well, and I put links to Amazon and eBay so you can purchase these decks if you like. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments. I would really love to hear from you. Okay, so today I'm going to do a energy read for you, and then I will do the general tarot read after that. Okay, so the first card is wisdom. So you might be involved in some kind of studying or some kind of activity where you're acquiring some sort of knowledge. So it could be research that you're doing at this particular moment. And, it might have been instigated by some event that happened in your life. Maybe you got some information that caused you to go out there and go and look for information regarding whatever that event was. So something happened that has caused some sort of chaos in your life with the Storm card, and it's led you to go out there and do some research. And you're going to start off something, because you've got the Fool card over here coming at the bottom, which shows that you're starting something brand new. So maybe you want to start something, you got some information about it, and that has caused some sort of disruption in your life, and it's caused you to go and do research regarding this new beginning that you want to make. So in the past, you've got a lot of confusion going. You can see this man standing over there and scratching his head in the middle of a maze there. So you're really confused about something. It might be involving some women of the world, which means that it might be some female in your life that has caused a lot of confusion in your life, and that has happened in the past. So going into the future, you've got the Strength card coming in, which says that, you've got to be bold in whatever you do, make big moves with the Strength card. And you've got to overcome some obstacles. So you've got the barrier card coming up, which means that you've got to have to look deep within you to find the strength to overcome this barrier that you've got in front of you. And you're being faced with a lot of greed around you as well. So this greed card was the card that fell last. It's an extra card. So it means that there's a lot of greed going on around you. But there is some sort of obstacle that you've got to overcome, and you do have, with the Strength card, the strength to overcome that. So you've got to dig deep inside to overcome this problem. And because you've got the Wisdom card in front of it, that means that you've got to use a lot of intellectual strength to overcome this particular barrier that you have, because it's sitting next to the Strength card. So it's intellectual knowledge. Knowledge is going to overcome the problem rather than any kind of physical strength. You do want to make a new beginning, and you will have to go and acquire this knowledge, this extra wisdom, in order to overcome this barrier that you have in front of you. So that is the energy for that particular week. So I have shuffled this deck. I'm just going to give it one more shuffle and then cut the cards. So the main card is the the Six of Swords. And it shows that you're managing to cross over this bridge and move away from any kind of problems. You are leaving, it looks like in this deck that you're leaving these swords behind, but you are considering them as you're going past. You're looking at all the previous problems that you've had in order to move away. So you are actually using those problems as a means of learning, and you are managing to move away from this this problem. This woman's got a a wand in her hand, a rod in her hand, which usually signifies your strength, your character, your resolution to do it. So you are leaving something behind and moving away. And you can see the waters are pretty calm over here. So you are trying to move away into something that is much calmer. But it's like you're in an interim stage at the moment, an in-between phase where you are slowly going through these problems and you're working them out one at a time in order to bridge this gap between your past problem and your future. And if you look in the future, you've got all these flowers, so you are trying to move to a place of greater happiness, greater contentment, greater spirituality, greater love with this particular with the flowers over there. So you're trying to move away from a place where there was nothing for you to a place that is better. And if you look at these swords, you see the handles are changing in color over here. So where you were focusing a lot on the materialistic, it's changing from green into purple. Where you were in a place where you were concentrating a lot on the financial aspect of things, you're now moving to a more spiritual place with these purple swords. So you're managing to contact your higher self, and your thoughts are moving away from being on just material things to higher things, so that those thoughts are changing. So you are digging deep within yourself and you are changing the way you are thinking right now. Maybe this whatever happened with these green handled swords closer to the place where there's no flowers is going more to the purple, where there is more. The purple signifies the crown chakra. So you are moving away to a more spiritual path, and your thoughts are becoming more spiritual with this particular card. So that's the energy of the read. So the main card is the High Priestess, and that immediately shows that you are getting more spiritual, you can see, with this High Priestess card, and it's been crossed by the Four of Wands. So this the High Priestess is, of course, the first spiritual card in the tarot deck, and she signifies going deep within yourself to find the answers to any kind of questions. She generally doesn't come out there and announce everything. You've got to go deep within yourself to find the answers. You can see there's a new moon over there, so you are beginning this new cycle of going deep and looking within yourself. It is also a card that says just stop, relax, and start going and digging deep within yourself, because you have the answers to your problems within yourself. And you need to do some self-introspection over there. It's also time that, if you've got any kind of secrets or any kind of things, any insights that you have, you keep it to yourself. You don't go around and spreading it to everyone, because this is for your spiritual growth. You don't need to spread it out to anybody to tell them how to go about how you are growing. So you need to keep your insights to yourself. So you've got the High Priestess coming over here. This is also, she has got the keys to the hidden wisdom, usually in the other tarot decks, and you can see she's got the scroll, this Taurus scroll in her hand. So you do have the wisdom. So you are looking for wisdom, you're looking for inner knowledge, and it is a new cycle that is beginning. So keep all your information to yourself at this moment. Go over it within yourself rather than going and spreading it to anybody else. And it's been crossed by the Four of Rods. So you are getting to a place where there is more stability. Four of Rods is usually a card of, real stability. And you can see there's a lot of grapes in this particular card, so there's a lot of abundance. So you could be with somebody at this moment and you're reaching some kind of spiritual enlightenment with them. Or maybe you're starting off some kind of long-term stable relationship with this person. You're trying to build a family, a home with this person, and you're doing a lot of soul searching as well about this relationship, and it looks like it is a good relationship, something that you'll give and take with each other, and you're trying to grow something together, because you've got a lot of abundance with the grapes coming in over here. In the background also there's a house, so maybe you're trying to start a home together as well. So in the past, you've got the Knight of Swords. There was could have been some sort of really information that came into you, was brought in by somebody. It was very, this person in the Knight of Swords is a very aggressive energy. You can see they're cutting the leaves off the trees over here. The clouds are grey. So whatever information this person brought in, really stirred you up, really got you upset, really got you angry. You got very defensive. This is in the last year. Information came very quick. This is a very dark horse. This information wasn't a very light information. It was something that really upset you. And, you've got this shield over here, so you had to go on your defenses for it. So somebody's brought in some information that has really riled up the situation and has really stirred up the whole situation, and that has brought in a lot of upset because you've got these dark clouds going over here. That's happened about in the last year, and it's made you really depressed in the last 3 months. You've got the moon card over here. You can see you've been looking to the moon, not looking to the moon, but looking to your spirituality for answers. Maybe you've been having a lot of dreams. This is the end of a cycle with the moon card, and it looks like, you're very, it's a card of being depressed and upset. You seem to have turned your back towards anybody that has been supportive of you, or maybe you're the person that has been looking for support and nobody has been helping you. So, either way, you've been somehow going through this by yourself, all alone, and being very, very upset about it. It is something that has had you, chained to your emotions and making you feel rather upset and miserable about the whole thing. You've had a lot of nightmares, maybe sleepless nights over it. So it is something that has got you, thinking about it and saying why. So this is the card that's been going on in the last 3 months. On your mind, you've got the Seven of Swords, where you're obviously, trying to leave behind things, and you're trying to move forward with new insights. There's thoughts that are holding you back, and then you've got thoughts holding you back and thoughts that are going through your mind that are very upsetting to you with the Seven of Swords, because you've got these swords going into these dark clouds. So you've got some really heavy thoughts going through your head over here, but there's also things from the past that are holding you back. And this person's playing the harp, so it's almost like a swan song. You're crying over whatever happened in the past. You're trying to change it. You're trying to change these past thoughts into something beautiful, and they're still holding you back. So that's been on your mind, these really negative thoughts that have been going on, things that are keeping you in the past and things that are on your mind. So going into the future, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, and you can see there you are waiting for something to come in for you. So you have invested in some sort of project, something. It's been a financial investment, or it could have been an investment of time or effort, and now you're sitting and you're looking at it and wondering whether or not this was a worthwhile investment that you made. Maybe you invest in some of your time in somebody, or it could have been your time in a project, or your money in somebody, or your money in a project. But whatever it is, though, you've made some sort of investment of yourself into something, and now you're waiting to see if this investment is going to pay off, or you're waiting to see if this investment was even worth your while. You're really looking back, and it's something you've done in the past, because you're looking back to the past to see if that was a worthwhile investment. So you're going to be doing that. So yourself, you've got the Eight of Cups, and it looks like you've also considering those cups that you want to leave behind the past. You want a new cup in your hand, so you want something new emotionally, and you want to leave behind all the things that you've done in the past. So even though whatever you've done was for you a big investment emotionally, you now want to take whatever you have, new insight that you have, and you want to move forward, and you are praying for guidance for that. And it looks like you can see there's a castle over here. You want to move away from this old life into something new, and it's going to be a heavy climb for you. You can see that it's a hard slog to actually leave this past behind. So it's a big deal for you to actually leave whatever you did in the past behind and move forward, and that is why you're asking for guidance. But you have this new insight, this new idea, this new emotional insight that you have, that you feel that you want to move away from it. Right now things are pretty cloudy. You're not really quite sure what you should be doing in this situation. So sitting over there with a bit of confusion, and you want to leave that past behind and actually move away into something more stable, something better, something that will give you happiness, and it's something higher, some ideal that you want to pursue, is something that you haven't done before. And there you've got the Five of Rods over here, and it looks like with this man on this boat, it looks like you do want to move away from whatever it is that has been keeping you back. Usually the Five of Rods is a card of a lot of discontent and fighting, but in this deck it looks like it's a card where you are traveling away from the problems that you had, moving away from it into something that is much more stable, with this castle and the flag in the back. You want to take your ideas, your inspirations, everything, and you just want to go. You want to leave the clouds, you want to leave everything behind, and you want something to just come and blow you away from that situation. So you've got two cards over here that show that you really are. Here you're considering doing it, and here you are actually doing it. So you will be moving away from whatever problems you have. And you have been sitting in the past. So this is the cards of hopes and fears. There you are looking at all these problems with the Eight of Swords over here. You've been looking at these problems, and it looks like you want to throw it out of your life, throw it out into the snow, out of your arena. So there, this person is behind in the house, in a place of stability, and has thrown the swords out into the snow. So that is what you want to do. You want to take your problems and get rid of them, and you don't want them to be in your life anymore. And the life that you want the stable life. You want to put a barrier between you and these problems that you have, and you want that stability. You are looking at them, and you are thinking about them, and considering them. You're looking at them, but you don't want them in with you. You want them to be away from you. So going into the future, you've got the Page of Cups, you've got the Three of Cups, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So the Page of Cups shows that there is a new emotional insight coming in. Somebody is going to bring you an emotional message that is going to be of love. It's going to be something that crosses a barrier that you have erected, but you can see there's an offer coming in, and it's going to be something that's very solid, something that you can actually use, some information that is usable, because it's coming forth as the fish. So you can carry you can hold a fish. It's something tangible. So this person is going to bring this emotional message, or something that is going to help you, an emotional offer, an emotional message that is going to help you. There's a new sun dawning over here, so something new is coming in for you, and it's going to make you really happy. With this Three of Cups over here, you can see it's abundance coming in for you. It could be in the form of a relationship, because you've got a couple over here, and you can see these angels blessing this couple. So it might be a new relationship that is on offer for you, that is going to be something that's going to bring in abundance, and something that you're going to be extremely happy in. So somebody there to support you. And you've got the final card as the Wheel of Fortune. So things are turning for you, and things are going your way. So Wheels of Fortunes usually indicate positive changes that come in for you. So things look like they're going to be looking up for you, because you've got a new offer coming in. It looks like a new relationship that's going to bring in a lot of love and joy, and it is being blessed, and it also brings about the Wheel of Fortune. So that means that things are going to turn in your favor, and things are going to look like they're getting there. So there is some sort of stability, and might be a home that you purchase, or something that involves some sort of partnership going on over here, but definitely more abundance coming in over here. And this is you taking time to do some soul searching and consideration. So don't be too upset. You are moving away from your problems. You have finally decided that you made your decision, and now you will move away from it. And so don't dwell in the past. Move away. So a lot of cards showing that you are moving away from any problems here, with the Six of Rods moving away in a very positive, Six of Swords moving away in a very, very positive direction. So moving away from any kind of problems that you may have had encountered. And it looks like, things are going to be better. You look like you're moving into a much better emotional and spiritual cycle. So I'm using the Animal Tarot just to get some 3 cards for advice. So the first card is the Prince of Summer, which says a deeply emotional experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters. So stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. So definitely with the Prince of Summer showing you a new emotional situation, a new experience coming in. And they say possibly romantic, could be romantic as well. But it's definitely going to be something that comes in pretty quickly for you. And the second one is the Eight of Spring, which says you have been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this might feel stressful, remember to be grateful for the blessings that heaven sends you. So there's lots of things coming in for you, and a period where things are going to get really busy for you. So be aware of that. You might be working very hard with all these bees, but all these opportunities coming. So choose your opportunities wisely and work hard for it, because heaven is sending this maybe to distract you from any kind of thoughts that you have in your head. And the last one is the penguin. A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. So there, King of Summer, somebody coming in that's going to give you a lot of good advice. It could be this could be the person that you've been waiting for to form a relationship with. But this person's pretty wise, very compassionate, somebody that you can relate to, somebody that fulfills you emotionally. This is the Emperor Penguin, so this person is like, on top of his game, and he looks like a very caring kind of person, loves children, and somebody that you can actually rely on. So all in all, a very good reading. It looks like you're moving away from an old kind of cycle. You are doing a lot of thinking, and now you're putting your energies in the right direction, and you're moving away emotionally into a better cycle. Your thoughts are changing to more spiritual, and you're moving away to a much quieter, peaceful spiritual place, and much more stability. So I hope this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.